functional heroine.
But she's going to remain as a heroine forever because
லைட் ஆன் பண்ணி விட்டுருவோம் தானே. பவர் வருதா?
and the rest of the VVIPs to come over to the stage, please. Starting with Atta. Can we have Dr. Thanikachalam, please?
Can we request Justice Rajendran to kindly come and join us on the stage, please?
And Thiru Ranga Venkatraman, please. Okay, so we are all set. Let us begin this with a prayer by Selvi Pavitra. So please stand for that.
மகாசில்வீனையும் மாலை மதியமும் வீசும் தென்றலும் வீங்கிலவேனிலும் மூசு வண்டரை பொய்கையோ போன்றதே ஈசன் எந்தை இணையடி நிழலே சொற்றுனை வேதியன் சோதியானவன் பொற்றுனை திருந்தடி பொருந்த கை தொழ கற்றுனை பூட்டியோர் கடலில் பாய்ச்சினும் நற்றுணையாவது நம சிவாயவே. Thank you.
You can all be seated. Okay. Before you start the program, I think I have to introduce myself. Just a very brief introduction because you should know who's doing this. Okay, I'm Dr. Sridhar, son of late Mr. Ramaswamy and Dr. Narmada. And Mr. Ramaswamy is brother of Neela and he's no more. So here the connection is I'm also a pathologist. I retired in October. I'm a veterinary pathologist. I retired last October 31st. So that's a pathology connection. So she's a human pathologist. I'm a veterinary pathologist. So she simply told me, she called the phone and she picked up the phone and said, you're doing all this. You better come early. So I'm here at that to help you out in this small function. But it's a great function which everybody is expecting. So, and just like to, just my family, my daughter is in Toronto, Sanjana, and my son Shubhan, of course, he plays in Loyola, and he's playing a cricket match today, that's why he's not here. And my wife Shanti is here. So that's about my family. My mother couldn't come. She is sending all her love and the best wishes for this function to be done in a great manner. So before we start the function, the honoring of guests is there. So first I would like to call Sinu to honor Dr. Thanikachalam with a bouquet. So now I call upon Shanti to, that's my wife, she's going to hand over a bouquet to Rajkumar. Dr. Rajkumar. So I call upon Sujay to come over and hand over a bouquet to Justice Rajendran, sir. And again call upon Sinu to hand over a bouquet to Tiruranga Venkatram. Okay, so we start the function, but I would like to call Dr. Rajkumar to come and give the welcome address, but just hold on, I have to. His biodata will run to pages and pages, so I just have a brief introduction of him here. Dr. Rajkumar is the son of Dr. J.R. Sankaran, late Sankaran, and Thirumadi Sedulakshmi. He did his MBBS and his MS from Madras Medical College, Madras. He is the recipient of Johnson Gold Medal for the best outgoing student and also received 32 gold medals, university and department record till date. He did FRCS from Edinburgh, England, Glaxo and Dublin centers. At present, he is chairman and chief surgeon, Lifeline Multi-Speciality Hospitals, Kilpauk, Chennai. He is a pioneer in laparoscopic surgery. And those days, we know Dr. Rajkumar, we used to enjoy his dancing for all the Kamala Hassan's dance that he used to do. So I don't know how many of you have seen. I've seen him dance. He's a very good dancer also. Please, sir.
Thank you very much, Sridhar. It's a wonderful morning here, and I would like to request every one of you to kindly stay focused on the stage for a few minutes, for the next 60 minutes, because it's a very rare occasion. I want to start by saying that over the years, what I've understood, lessons that I've failed to grasp earlier, the lessons that many of the people on stage are going to tell us, is that if we leave our roots, we are nothing. அது வந்து அலெக்ஸ் ஹேலி வந்து ஒரு ரூட்ஸ் ஒரு புக் எழுதி அது படித்து பெஸ்ட் செல்லர் ஆகி நம்ம கற்றுக்க தேவையில்லை. யுவல் ஹராரி வந்து சேப்பியன்ஸ்னு எழுதி த ரூட்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஹியூமனிட்டி நம்ம படித்து கற்றுக்க தேவையில்லை. நமக்குள்ளேயே we've got so many big people here who are outstanding examples of the need to connect with our roots. I want to start by saying all of us are Bellalas. 2 days ago, 2 evenings ago, my brother, Chief Justice Justice Rajendran and I, we conducted a program in St. George's School in which we had about 1,000 plus of our Bellalas together because it was Pacheppa Mudaliyaruடைய நினைவு நாள். You won't believe it, the amount that our Pacheppa Mudaliyar has donated for temples and education by today's standard, recently calculated 85,000 crores. It has recently been calculated. நம்பாள் ஆனா அவர் யாரு, நமக்கு ஒரு ரிலேஷனா, அவர் பண்ணாரா நம்ம நினைக்க மாட்டோம். நீங்க வந்து one of the speeches by Sri Ravi Shankar or Isha Yoga, he wrote what is Swargam and what is Nargam. நம்ம ஆளுங்களோட இருக்கும் பொழுது, நம்ம ஃப்ரீக்வன்சியிலே பேசுறவங்களோட இருக்கும் பொழுது, நம்ம ஃப்ரீக்வன்சியில யோசிக்கிறவங்களோட இருக்கும் பொழுது, rag is frequency in Sanskrit. Swa rag means same frequency. தான் ஸ்வர்கம். ஸ்வர்கம் நரகம் வந்து யாரோ அப்சரா ரம்பா ஊர்வசி வந்து ஆடுற இடம் இல்லை. இட்ஸ் இங்கே நிறைய பேர் இருக்காங்க, இட்ஸ் டிஃபரெண்ட் மேட்டர். பட் ஐம் சேயிங் இங்கே நமக்குள்ள இருக்கிறது தான் யூ கிரியேட் ஸ்வர்க் நா ரக் இஸ் நாட் இன் யுவர் ஃப்ரீக்வன்சி. somebody who thinks differently, who thinks that you are inferior is narag. So I think this morning when we are actually seeing swarag in place, we are all vellalas. நீங்க வெள்ளலா வந்து நீங்க எடுத்தீங்கன்னா தொல்காப்பிய முதற்கொண்டு பாத்தீங்கன்னா வெள் ஆளா அல்லது வேல் ஆளா இருக்கும். வேல் ஆளானா கொடுத்துக்கிட்டே இருக்கிறவன் வேல் ஆள, வெள்ளாளனா தூய்மையா இருக்கிறவன். ஸோ நம்ம ரெண்டு மீனிங்ல எந்த மீனிங் எடுத்தாலும் we are a kind of excessively elevated powerful race. வாய்மை குடிம்பாங்க முதலியாருக்கும். have you all heard of the term வாய்மை குடி? திருவள்ளுவரே எழுதியிருக்காருங்க, 2வது நூற்றாண்டுல எழுதியிருக்காரு. நம்மளை பத்தி என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காரு? வாய்மை குடிக்க எழுதியிருக்காரு. and this is true of most முதலியார்ஸ். இங்க நாலு குவாலிட்டி இருக்குதான் அது எழுதியிருக்காரு பொருட்பால்ல. அதாவது ஈகை, பச்சைப்பா முதலியார் 85,000 கோடி கொடுத்தாரு, எத்தனாஜ் முதலியார் கொடுத்தாரு, சொல்லிட்டே போலாம். குருசாமி முதலியார் ஈகை கொடுப்போம். நம்ம நகை, வாங்க வாங்க உட்காருங்க சாப்பிடலாம், வாங்க வாங்க எல்லாரும் பழகலாம் சொல்லுவோம். ஈகை நகை அப்புறம் சொல்றாரு இன்சொல், தேவையில்லாம ஒருத்தர் வந்து அடிக்க மாட்டோம். இன்சொல். நாலாவது இகழாமை. அந்த இகழாமை தான் ஓவர் த ஜெனரேஷன்ஸ், ஐ திங்க் தனிகாச்சலம் சார் அக்ரி வித் மீ, கொஞ்சம் இகழ ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டோம் பிட்வீன் ஈச் அதர். பட் இந்த நான்கும் வகை என்ப வாய்மை குடிக்குன்னு நம்மளை பத்தி திருவள்ளுவரே எழுதியிருக்காரு. எல்லாத்துக்கும் திருவள்ளுவர் தூக்கி வைக்கிறோம் தலையில, ஏன் நம்ம குடி பத்தி எழுதியிருக்கிறத பத்தி தூக்கல. கமிங் பேக் டு த 4 people on stage today, Neelaachi party has shown something amazing, that at 90 plus you can author a book. நீங்க வந்து ஒரு சச்சின் டெண்டுல்கர் பேட் பண்ணிட்ட அப்புறம் எவரோ ஒருத்தன் வந்து பேட் பண்ண மாதிரி ஒன்றும் பண்ண முடியாது. அது மாதிரி ஒருத்தர் நீங்க இந்த புக் எழுதுறீங்க அந்த புக் எழுதுங்க சொல்லும் போது 60 வயசு நம்ம புக் எழுதுறது எப்படி 90 பிளஸ்ல எழுதுறது டிஃப்ரெண்ட் லீக். அது மட்டும் இல்ல, many of you will know that this lady was so focused on writing this. திருப்பி I used to wonder, ஐயோ அதுக்கு நீலா பாட்டி, I want so and so's photo, I want your grandchild's photo. எந்த grandchild பாட்டி? நமக்கு sometimes you're so busy you forget that you have grandchildren, or you forget the names of the grandchildren. She used to say, the one in Dubai, the second one, I want a name and photograph. So focused on this. Youngsters here, if you look at the topmost people in politics, in power, in business, in education, the common thing that you will find is focus. அது கூட ரொம்ப அழகா சொல்லியிருக்காரு. நான் அது நீலப்பாட்டியில பார்த்தேன். வள்ளுவர் சொல்லியிருக்காரு, எண்ணிய, what do you want, எண்ணியாங்கு, the way you want, எய்துபர், you will get. எண்ணியர், if the person who thinks, திண்ணியராக பெறின். திண்ணியர்னா stay focused on one thing, strength of focus. And I saw that. Hats off. Even if she had been 50, I would have said this. At 1991, it's outstanding. Neela Patti, I can't say hats off to you. சொல்லுங்களே, வாழ்த்த வயசே இல்லை, வணங்க தான் முடியும் உங்களை. ஏன்னா அவ்வளவு பியூட்டிஃபுல்லாக பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. அண்ட் ஹர் ஆக்டிவிட்டி, அவங்க மட்டும் இல்லை, ஐம் சீயிங் வச்சலா பாட்டி, பத்னியா தேசிய, மை மதர், ஆல் 80 plus, 90 plus. அதான் யாரோ வின்சென்ட் சர்ச்சில் அவர் 94th பர்த்டேக்கு ஒரு ரிப்போர்ட்டர் வந்து சொன்னானா, சார் ஐ ஹோப் ஐ எம் ஏபிள் டு see you on the 95th birthday. Oh, மேலே கீழே வின்சென்ட் சர்ச்சில் பார்த்துட்டு, you look quite fine, I don't think anything will happen to you within 1 year. I think you will be able to come and see me on the 95th birthday ன்னு சொன்னாரா சர்ச்சில். Incidentally, he died on the 96th. We managed to survive that. We are seeing such examples here. See Professor Thanikachalam, at 80 plus, today he is still, எங்க யாருக்கு எஸ்டி எலிவேஷனோ எஸ்டி டிப்ரெஷனோ வந்தாலும் இசிஜியில் எஸ்டியை பற்றி தான் நினைப்பாங்க. Because he is the leading light of cardiology, vice chancellor, and a leading light for all of us. Take whenever I talk about my brother, I say Chief Justice Rajendran. He should have been Chief Justice. Justice Rajendran still as active as ever, politically, socially, on stages. இதுதான் நமது இனத்துடைய வாழ்வாதாரம். நம்ம யாருன்னு தெரியாது, நம்ம வந்து உட்கார்ந்து இது மாதிரி பேசினாதான் நமக்கு யாருன்னு தெரியும். இல்லைன்னா ஏதோ ஓரத்துல எப்பவும் ஒரு ஹாரத்தை போட்டுட்டு ஒரு கல்யாணத்துல மட்டும் வந்துட்டு இந்த சாரியை போடுவா அந்த சாரியா போடுவா வந்து பேசிட்டு போறது வந்து மேலோட்டமான உறவு. அதுல வந்து ஒரு இன உணர்வே இருக்காது. And we are all guilty of it, especially our generation. Whenever I see பத்னியத்தை, I see வச்சலா பாட்டி, கஷ்டமா இருக்கும். என்னடா நீ வந்து பார்க்கவே இல்லைன்னு சொன்னா அவங்க சொல்றது கரெக்ட் தான். நான் all I can say is, in my defense, your honor, I can say only in my defense. நான் காலையில போறது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா deliberately my Dubai trip தள்ளி போட்டு I wanted to come and see all of you. I also want to say that every single person here is a gem. We need to meet each other. We need to know each other. And my humble request is more aimed at the younger generation here to say, please don't lose sense of your roots, because we come from such a wonderful culture. You must see, I want to end by telling you all only one thing. ஃப்ரீயா இருக்கும் பொழுது சாக்ஷி ஈஸ்வரன் கோயிலுக்கு போங்க. சாக்ஷி ஈஸ்வரன் கோயில் வந்து திருவாலங்காடுல இருக்கு. திருவாலங்காடு, யூ ஆல் நோ அபௌட் திருவாலங்காடு. அம்மா நான் அங்க போயிருந்தோம் சமீபத்துல. காரைக்கால் அம்மையார், when she finished everything, she said, I want to stay here and pray to God. Build around me. They built around her. She's still there. ஜீவ சமாதி மாதிரி. அது பக்கத்துல 40 வேளாளர்கள், they could not save one person from the ghost of Neeli. Neeli பேய் கதைன்னு. They could not save that Neeli because they thought that they didn't think she was a ghost. They forced the Neeli's husband to be with the lady whom they thought was a lady, actually பேயா இருந்துச்சு. செத்துட்டாங்க. அடுத்த நாள் காலையில நாங்க தான் அவனுக்கு வந்து ஆதாரம் சொன்னோம், அவங்க இருக்கலாம்னு சொல்லி, because of them he died. In all these people, our forefathers, our மூதாதையர்கள், they self-immolated themselves, and you can go and see it's carbon dated. அப்படியே அப்படி நிற்கிறாங்க, ஃபுல்லா ஃபயர். ஏன்னா ஒருத்தர் செத்தானே 40 பேர் செத்தாங்க. This is our history. Never forget history. I didn't see the movie. I don't know whether any of you saw the movie, but some movie came out called Varalaru Mukyam. In the entire function, if the youngsters take back this one statement, please take back that Varalaru is Mukyam. Once more, I welcome everybody. I'm so happy, such a good crowded hall today, and we look forward to the next few minutes. Thank you all. God bless.
Thank you, Dr. Rajkumar. That was really wonderful, giving it in a small nutshell. And okay, before we go for the next thing, genealogy, from ancient Greek, genealogia, the making of a pedigree. So it's the study of families, family history, and tracing of the lineages. Okay, this is done by records, oral talking, oral finding out from things, by genetic analysis, all that is done. Genealogy or a family tree traces the descendants of one person. Family history traces the ancestors of one person. Terms are used interchangeably. Why it's done? Some say for royal family, some for curiosity. And so it could be a mixture for both of us, curiosity as well as somebody has to be motivated. And here definitely Atha was motivated. I'll start with the quote and then we'll say, in your name, the family name is at last because it's a family name that lasts. So this is by Amit Kalantri, Wealth of Words. Okay. So now, so the next agenda is asking Dr. Thanikachalam to release the book. So before that, I would like to introduce Sir. Again, Sir, definitely we don't have to say that the biodata would be very, very exhaustive. There will be a very brief introduction of Sir. Dr. Thanikachalam is the son of Thiru Subramanian and Tirumadi Manonmani Ammal. He finished MBBS and MD from Madras Medical College, Madras, and DM Cardiology from Christian Medical College, Vellore. He worked in the Cardiology Department, Government General Hospital, and Madras Medical College, Madras for 20 years. On voluntary retirement, he joined Sri Ramchandra Medical College, served as Professor of Cardiology, Director of Center for Toxicology and Developmental Research, Chairman and Director, Cardiac Care Center, Dean of Faculties, and as Vice Chancellor of the Deemed University, and presently Professor Emeritus of Cardiology. He is the recipient of Padma Shri Award, Dr. B.C. Roy Award, Lifetime Achievement Award from Dr. MGR Medical University, a Doctor of Science, Honor Kosa from Dr. MGR Medical University. So I also met Sir personally at Ramchandra Medical College. Even during the period of COVID time, Sir was in full in the PPE covered and seeing cases. So I was just amazing to see Sir working there in spite of all that troubled times that we went through, saving patients. Hats off to you, Sir. Now we call upon Sir to release the book.
Hello, check.
With the permission of Rajkumar, we have welcomed everybody. Please be seated, please. First of all, we must give a big hand for the heroine of this function, Neela. I request our Rajshekharan Justice to put this shawl on her on my family behalf. Please. I think the moment I saw the invitation, Rajkumar is going to speak. I thought he will speak for 1 hour. And whatever I wanted to speak, you already exhausted the whole thing. I'm left out nothing. But the book I'm going to release is the enormous effort of collaboration between India and Australia. Am I correct? And it was amazing. One can call you and say about your family details. But he came to my house twice. Rajkumar knows how difficult to enter my region and the flat. You get permission from different places, and with all that he came. One without telling us, he came with our own niece, I think. She came along with me. He came along to my house twice. I was really humbled for that simplicity. But Professor Neela Govindarajan is not new to me. As an undergraduate, as a MD postgraduate, I used to see her in the corridor which is connecting between pathology department and microbiology department. In the afternoon, she used to go around this place. I think he was the first police surgeon. Give a big hand for her. Even the High Court is used to shiver. What is the police surgeon is going to say?
First lady police surgeon in the world.
In the world. Give another big hand. And that too a police surgeon, with a genuine police surgeon. And also, I would say he is the only ethical police surgeon. That is very important. Anybody can be a police surgeon, but he has to be ethical, not being purchased. So, and usually, when people ask me to release a book, they will send a copy. So there is going to be a big surprise here, I think. That's why the copy was not sent to me. And so it is a very great pleasure to say that. The another thing, I look at people in wheelchair, and also maybe in another 10 years I may be also like that in a wheelchair. But look at the gene of the Vellalas. Today we talk about immunity, we talk about the food, we take the protein product, take this product, you will live longer. But in those days, we ate simple food, but the mind was clear. Today's disease is a venomous nature. You don't want others to live. In those days, there is a family structure. Many families together. So if anybody falls sick, there are about 10 people around to look after that. Today, son is in US, you are here. They are also suffering from because of they cannot be communicate freely. So I think it is a very, I would say, excellent and laudable effort by Professor Neela Govindarajan to get all these people together. Another one I want to see, now only I know Rajkumar is closely related to us now. As a student in school, I never imagined whether I am going to be an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer or anything. My grandfather happened to be my adoptive father. He used to sit in the first floor facing an open window. Your father used to walk in the evening from Stanley Medical College and walk along all the distance to your father's house was diagonally opposite to my house. My grandfather used to call me, you must be like this fellow. Look at he lost his father. Look at the simplicity. If you want, you can go in a car. But you see, coming all the way by walk from Stanley Medical College. So he was, I think I must thank your father. And subsequently, he was my teacher, phenomenal teacher. And it's a very great, I know that you are related to me. As somebody said, he's a Sagaragala Vallavan. Paaduvare, Eluvare, dance aduvare, politics la irupare, doctor profession la irupare, ஆன்மீகமா பேசுவார். ஆனால் அவரை பார்த்தா ஆன்மீக ஆள் மாதிரி இல்லை. பட் இருந்தாலும் ஆன்மீகம் பேசுவார். டெல்லியில் இருப்பார், துபாயில் இருப்பார். So anyway, I congratulate him and keep your interest very firm and move forward and be careful in life. Because if the faster you move, you may get into some problem. So it's better to be very careful. So with this short introduction, and I thank all my family members, my wife, all the three sisters, and my brother over here for participating in this function. I will call Rajagopal to stand. He is my brother. Please stand up, please. And his wife. I will ask my sister Padma to stand up. And our daughter only gave us such a melodious song, Pavitra. And my other sister, Komala, her daughter is there, Bhavani, is representing. And where is your father? He is a lawyer. So he is a lawyer. My other sister is a Prema, he is in Vellore. His son-in-law is over here. And his wife, where is his wife? The entire family is there. We made it a point, I think the credit goes to my wife. She was very tenacious. And even yesterday, he was keep on ringing up them, don't fail, you have to be there. Everybody coming from different places and to attend this function. So with this short introduction, I am extremely happy to release this combined work of Australia and India together. Many, many happy returns of Professor Neela Govindarajan for this effort. I'll ask Justice to receive this book. Please, sir, one.
Thank you, sir. You're a standing example for so many of us here. And thank you very much for releasing the book. We really appreciate it. So now I call upon Justice Rajendran to say a few words. Sir, let me introduce you. Justice Rajendran, son of Thiru Balasundaram and Tirumadi Krishnaveni, practiced law at Trichy and had been public prosecutor at Madras High Court. He also did diploma in criminology and forensic science from Madras Law College. He was posted as judge of the Madras High Court and served for several years. He has retired and settled at Chennai. Sir.
Very good morning to one and all of you. My dear, can I call you as a great lady? Yes, I would call her a very great lady. Dr. Professor Neela Govindarajan, Dr. Professor Thanikachalam, my dear brother, Dr. Rajkumar, and other dignitaries on the dais, and my mother-in-law, who is 93-year-old, Mrs. Padmini Mohan, she is available here, and Rajkumar's mother, and Neela Dakshi, all of them are here. All of these people, I thank them and worship them, and I am here because of all of these people. Good morning to all of you. As a lawyer, as a judge, I've been in the profession for the past 46 years. I've released many books. I've been in many functions. I have not released a book who has been authored or who has taken a tremendous work at the age of above 90. I will recall one small incident as rightly put up by our professor. She also came to my house. She came along with her son. I was just residing in due to some work in my house. I was living in a small flat for 3 months. She came all the way. And she also carried me when I went to Australia, where my son is residing there. She called him and then said, I want all your details. The tremendous work, the pure precision in the work, which I am able to see at this great lady. I bow before you for the wonderful work, madam. And I have to bow before her for one more reason. She is not only my aunt, she is not only my relation. I was her student. I did my diploma in criminology and forensic science. I did 14 postpartums at that point of time. And she was the leader there doing the class in the postpartum. So there in Madras Medical College, those years, in 1978-79, I was her student. I bow before you. And this is the things which make us to think and do things at any age. I'll recall one more instance. All these three people are here. My mother-in-law, Vessel auntie, and all of them. I took them all the way to Badrinath and Kedarnath at the age of 83. And there, when we went there was a big strike. Uttarakhand was to be bifurcated. There was a curfew. Then entire people, 40 of us were going. Of course, since I had some influence there in the Supreme Court judges were there. All of them said, we'll have to return back because police informed us, you cannot go further. These two ladies sitting here convinced all the other 40, including the police officials, no, we have come this way, we will not return back, we'll go back. Go, friend, and finish this and come back. Kudos to them. I was wondering, my brother-in-law, Dr. Ashok Kumar, was calling me, you dared to take them all the way there at this age, and you are trying all these things. But see the way they have done, which made me to think at any age, at any difficulty. Please do not come back. When you want to go with a friend, go further. That was the lesson I learned from them. My good friend and brother, Dr. Rajkumar, is venturing into a very new thing, very big thing. We will all do the best for him in the few times to come. Day before yesterday, we had a very good function for the 227th நினைவேந்தல் of பச்சை பமோலியா. அன்னைக்கு நான் பேசல சொன்னேன், ஒருத்தரை பத்தி நினைக்கணும்னா சில காலங்கள் நினைப்பாங்க, சில மணி நேரங்கள் நினைப்பாங்க, சில சமயங்களில் நினைப்பாங்க. ஆனா ஒருத்தரை பத்தி 227 வருடங்கள் கழித்தும் மக்களால் நினைவேந்தல் பண்ண முடியும் என்றால் அதற்கு ஒரே காரணம் அவர் செய்த ஒரு நன்மை. அந்த நன்மை தன் குடும்பத்துக்காக அல்ல. அன்றுதான் அந்த சுயசரிதத்தில் பார்த்தேன், அவர் ஒரு வில் எழுதி வைத்திருக்கிறார். அந்த வில்லிலே தனக்கு 2 மனைவிகள், அதனால் ஏற்பட்ட ஒரு குழப்பத்தினால் குழந்தைகளிடையே தகராறு, யாருக்கு இந்த செல்வம் போய் சேர வேண்டும் என்று, ஆனால் இது யாருக்குமே சேர வேண்டாம் என்று அந்த அவர் சொன்னார். 17 லட்சம் அன்றைய மதிப்பு 1764, 17 லட்சம் ரூபாய் 1764, அவ்வளவு சொத்தையும் தர்மத்துக்கு எழுதி வைத்து இந்த தர்மம் இன்றைய வரைக்கும் நடக்கும் என்று சொல்லியிருக்கிறார். அதில் ஒரு தர்மம் நம்ம சிதம்பரம் கோயிலுக்கு இன்றைய வரைக்கும் வேற யாருக்கும் கட்டளை கிடையாது. அது வேற ஒரு ரீசன் சொல்ல நான் இங்கே சொல்ல விரும்பல. அந்த கட்டளை ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் குரூப்புக்கு தான் உண்டு. அந்த கட்டளையில முதலியார் கட்டளைன்னு ஒரே கட்டளை இதுதான் இன்னைய வரைக்கும் நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு. 227 வருஷங்களுக்கு முன்னாடி என்ன ஒரு தீர்க்க தரிசனம் இவர்கள் செய்து வைத்திருக்கிறார்கள். அதே மாதிரி நம்ம நினைச்சோம்னா நம்முடைய நிறைய பேர் பல இடங்களில் இருக்கிறார்கள். அவர்கள் எங்கு இருக்கிறார்கள், ஏன் இருக்கிறார்கள் என்று பல பேருக்கு தெரிவதில்லை. அது இந்த மாதிரி நம் எல்லோருமாக சேர்ந்து வந்தால்தான் அது ஒரு நினைவாற்றலாக முடிய வேண்டும். அதற்கு ஒரு படியாக இவ்வளவு பெரிய ஒரு புக்கை அழகாக எவ்வளவு காலம் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு கடந்த 2 வருஷமா எங்க போனாலும் எப்ப போனாலும் போட்டோ அனுப்பல, போட்டோ அனுப்புனியா, போட்டா அதுக்கு ஃபாலோ அப் எங்க மாமியார். இப்படி கேட்டுட்டு இருப்பாங்க. இது மாதிரி செய்ததுன்னா நமக்கெல்லாம் இன்னும் உத்வேகம் எடுத்து இன்னும் நல்லா நிறைய செய்யணும்னு சொல்லி உங்களை வேண்டிக் கண்டுகிறேன். எனக்கு இந்த வாழ்க்கை இந்த இதை கொடுத்ததற்காக மனமார்ந்த நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring talk. Now, before I call upon Dr. Neela Govindaraj, my atta, to deliver felicitations, அவங்கள பற்றி எதுவுமே எழுதி கொடுக்கல, பட் ஒரு ஃபியூ வேர்ட்ஸ் நான் சொல்லிடுறேன் அவங்கள பற்றி. சார் அதான் நிறையா சொல்லிட்டார் அவங்கள, போலீஸ் சர்ஜன் எல்லாம். பட் அவங்க வந்து ஒரு டெரர். அந்த காலத்தில் எல்லாம் போலீஸ்காரங்களாம் வந்து நடுங்குவாங்க அப்படியே, இன்ஸ்பெக்டர்ஸ் இதெல்லாம், பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் த கேசஸ் தட் அத்தை யூஸ் டு ஹேண்டில். ஒரு முறைச்சாங்கன்னா போதும், அவ்வளோதான். அப்படியே ஐ திங்க் தே வில், நாங்கள் வந்து ரொம்ப பயப்படுவோம். பட் எவ்ரி ஈவினிங் ஆர்ம்ஸ் ரோடு சரி இல்லை அரும்பாக்கம் சரி, எல்லாரும் வந்து வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க. அத்தை வந்தாங்கன்னா பஃப்ஸு, கேக்கு எல்லாமே ரெடியாக இருக்கும். அதெல்லாம் யூஸ் டு என்ஜாய் ஹர் ஹாஸ்பிட்டாலிட்டி. அண்ட் பூரி உள்ளவங்க எவ்வளோ பேருக்கு என்னன்னு தெரியாது, பட் அங்கே வந்து வண்டர்ஃபுல் டின்னர் வி யூஸ் டு கெட். வி யூஸ் டு என்ஜாய் த லைஃப் அட் அரும்பாக்கம். ஸோ ஐ வில் நாட் மேக் ஹர் டு ஸ்டாண்ட். ப்ளீஸ் அத்தை.
பொதுவாக பெண்கள் வந்து போலீஸ்காரனை பார்த்தா பயப்படுவாங்க. பட் எல்லா போலீஸ்காரனும் பார்த்து பயந்த ஒரே பெண்ணுன்னா நம்ம நீலா கோவிந்தராஜ் ஆண்டி தான்.
Dr. Thanikachalam, Dr. Rajkumar, Justice Rajendran, Thiru Venkatraman, to all those people who have come on our invitation, I thank one and all. I am Dr. Neela Govindaraj, wife of G. Krishnan and daughter of Thiru Srinivasa Mudaliyar and Tirumali T.S. Sundaramal. I am also the granddaughter of Thandalam Genealogy and Neela. Over the generations, the education and professional achievements of people have grown phenomenally, and it will take to mention them the entire day, and we will miss the lunch and land for dinner. So I am confining myself to those who have done social and charitable services to people in different walks of life. First, Tirumadi Padma Thanikachalam. Could she stand? Padma Thanikachalam. She's a bouquet of flowers. Tirumadi Padma Thanikachalam is the daughter of Thiru B. Subramaniam and Tirumadi Manonmani Ammal, and wife of Thiru Thanikachalam, a geologist of repute. She is a postgraduate in philosophy from Pachapas College, Madras, and had been in teaching profession for some years. She joined Maharishi Mahesh Yogi movement, that is the International Meditation Society, and had worked as the regional director for years. During this tenure, she was actively conducting meditation and Siddhi classes for different audiences, groups, including school children, corporate staff, housewives, and others. She had been running small-scale industries involving economically backward women, which was initiated by Maharishi movement towards women empowerment. Why don't you clap? She deserves it. Then comes Tirumadi Chandrabai, is the wife of Dr. Thanikachalam and daughter of Thiru Egambaram and Isathopi. She has done BSc Home Science and BGL General Law. She has been serving as voluntary social worker in non-profit welfare voluntary organizations working for the welfare, development, and rights of women and children. She has served as Vice President for Indian Council for Child Welfare at the national level. She is the chairperson for Etharaj College for Women, Chennai. She has set up a place called Kanchi Kudil at Kanchipuram, which provides information on history, culture, and heritage of that ancient temple city. That's hats off. Dr. Shah Brahman, wife of Dr. Mohan Thanikachalam and daughter of Thiru Menon Brahman and Judy Brahman, had been at Harvard University. While she was at Harvard, she established a clinic for indigenous women in Mexico. Subsequently, she had been a social worker for a year in Boston. She has completed her medical training at Tufts Medical School and the University of Miami. Presently, she is a physician at the Brigham and Women's Hospital, Harvard Medical School. Anyway, Mrs. Chandra can take that. she is the proud mother-in-law of now, Selvi Pavitra, daughter of Tirumadi Padma and Thiru Thanikavel, has done computer science engineering and MBA. She has launched a few musical albums, and she has a vision of establishing and managing an NGO providing food, education, and medical help for the needy people. I call upon the young, energetic volunteers from this audience to fulfill her vision and success in her venture. And she has already rendered a prayer song. Dr. Rajkumar, son of Dr. Sankaran and Tirumadi Sethalakshmi, has been providing charity services to hundreds of cancer and HIV patients. He had conducted 5-day surgical and endoscopic camps from 1995 to 1998 at Kotagala, Central Province, Sri Lanka, when up to 4,000 plantation workers were treated free with the auspices of Mr. Tondaman of Ceylon Workers' Congress. Recently, he has started Dr. Rajaratnam Medical and Educational Foundation Trusted Dubai Emerald Lions Club, which conducts free breast cancer screening and preventive advisory at his multi-speciality hospital, Kilpur, Chennai. Dr. Chitrakala, wife of Dr. Rajkumar and daughter of Narayanan, Dr. Narayanan and Tirumadi Shanta, is a healthcare entrepreneur with 20 years of operational experience in executing healthcare projects as the managing director of a Lifeline Group of hospitals. As the managing trustee of a charitable foundation run by the family, she has been taking care of the medical and educational needs of HIV and cancer-afflicted people, and also providing educational support to many orphans and needy. Who can give it to give it to say Annikku kodukku. Tirumadi Sethalakshmi is the proud mother-in-law of Chitrakala. Kumar, son of Dr. Sankaran and Tirumati Setulakshmi, has done BE Honours and in Electronics and Communication from College of Engineering, Indy, Madras. And then he did his MS and PhD in Electrical and Biomedical Engineering from George Washington University, Washington, D.C. He is the founding trustee of Child, a residential home for children orphaned by HIV AIDS through I Support a Girl the program. Anand is gifted with a melodious voice and has been singing since the age of 6 and continues to this day. I request Rajkumar to receive the bouquet for Dr. Mallika, wife of Dr. Thiruvadanam and daughter of this function is unique and has been conducted after Thandalam Ramasamy Mudaliar passed through this place a century ago. The genealogy tree to be followed by the younger generations of Thiru V.S. Mani, Tirumati Rajabhushanam Punyakoti family and Srinivasa Mudaliar families in their groups. Preservation of great-grandparents and great-parents of and others are important. Because I found when I wanted the grandparents' photographs, none of them were available. Parents' photographs, some of them they don't have. So it is important. If you go to the villages and other small areas, you will see in the house lot of photographs adorning the walls. That is 3 generations, not 1 or 2, but 3 generations. So that is a very important thing. Great effort and
Friends at the back, can you please stay focused on that?
precious time and energy have been spent by the author and the grandson Shyam Sundar in bringing out this book in such an illustrative manner, which no other genealogy book has ever been issued. The book is very valuable and should be given to every child that is a son or daughter as a gift to preserve as a document for the future. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Atta. I think you are definitely a big inspiration for all of us sitting here. Done such a wonderful job.
Sridhar, sorry to interrupt. I really think this lady should be sitting, and all of us must stand up and give her a standing ovation.
Standing ovation. Yeah.
At 90 plus, what a job, what a job.
At a young age of 90, I would
At
say.
the young age of 90.
I think I'll give another interesting quote for Atta because I know she was troubling all of us, calling over the phone and asking for so many details. I'll give you this, Atta, another quote. Why bother taking a DNA test to discover your genealogy? Just go buy a lottery ticket, and if you win, all your distant relatives will find you. This was sent by Gerard Kurtz. Okay, thank you. Okay, now we would call upon the guest speaker, Thiru Ranga Venkatraman. Sir, before calling you, I would just like to read about a brief biodata. Thiru Ranga Venkatraman is the son of Brigadier N.R. Velu and Tirumadi Valli and grandson of R.G. Krishnan and Tirumadi Rukmani Ammal. He did BE Electrical Engineer Diploma in Management, Level 1 qualification in Nuclear Power Plant Operations. He has retired as Director Operating Plants, Safety Division, Atomic Energy Regulatory Board, Department of Atomic Energy and Consultant Nuclear to JSW Energy, Consultant Nuclear Power to Tata Consulting Engineers, Consultant in Nuclear Safety to Atomic Energy Regulatory Board. He is settled at Mumbai. Sir.
Thank you so much. As the last batsman facing the bowling, my innings will not last long. So, friends and family, ladies and gentlemen, we have had a very interesting evening where a huge amount of description has been given about the genealogy book which has been brought out by Auntie. And it started from Sir Ramsamy Mudaliar, Thandalam, Generation 1, and it covers future generations right up to Generation 7. So I would like to talk about the challenges which are facing the younger generation. See the fantastic legacy left by our ancestors. It flows in our blood, and as Dr. Rajkumar has said, it is there in our roots. So this flow of blood with the knowledge of the ancestors, not only the knowledge, but the culture that they have given us, is for future generations to follow up and to fulfill the legacy which has been left by them. So for the future generations, Generation 7, Generation 7 plus, Generation 6, etc., the challenges which we face today, in my opinion, and I think in many of the wise people, is in 4 areas. The 4 areas which are facing problems for the sustenance and survival of not only our family, but the whole, the family Atito Deva Bhavan, that is the whole world is one family, are the following 4 critical areas. One is wars and deprivation. We are sort of, our species is at danger because of many countries which want to expand the power and with nuclear weapons, weapons of mass destruction, etc. So for future generation, diplomacy and the strengthening of the United Nations is a paramount importance for the survival of our family in this world. And Auntie is not only focused on this family, but also as a global family. She wanted to sort of, give to charity to the people of Ukraine, the refugees who have come out. She wanted to give to charity for UNICEF, United Nations Children Education Funds. So there itself you see the global sort of, mindset which is there and which is an inspiration for all of us to follow. So as I said, the younger generation needs to follow up on the kind of ideas what she has set forth, charity, diplomacy, etc., to keep the human race going. The second big challenge which face our generation and the future generations is climate change, environmental degradation, as well as global warming. Because of the activities of our race on this planet, the global warming is taking place, climate has changed, there is environmental degradation. So if we have to save our planet, the generation now and future would have to tackle these problems if we have to survive and keep our world, the planet Earth, which is a little blue ball in the sky of the universe, going strong. So we need to tackle this problem. And what are the solutions? The solutions is we need to go into renewables, we need to go into nuclear plus fusion power, which will reduce the carbon footprint and save our environment and for the future generations. So that is one aspect. And the third aspect I would like to say is something about artificial intelligence. Now, artificial intelligence is the path-breaking technology which is there now and which is sort of, getting into things like healthcare, weather forecasting, and also into aspects like, arts, like writing poetry, even writing a novel. You just go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT for a poem on some particular subject, and out it comes within no time. So this is a path-breaking technology. Unfortunately, this technology can also be used for nefarious purposes like war, weapons, etc. So there need to be some kind of a regulation for artificial technology so that it develops in the right direction. Like you see, nuclear technology can be used both for war as well as peace. So that's why we have regulations, we have regulators, we have treaties to see that it doesn't go in the wrong direction of war, where the human race can get wiped out. The same way, artificial intelligence is also a double-edged sword. Either it can benefit humanity or it can destroy humanity. And the other thing is about artificial intelligence is that the development of the codes, the guides, the information data coming into it, it makes this kind of technology more and more intelligent, more and more intelligent. In fact, there could be a tipping point where the intelligence will exceed the intelligence of a human being, and there is a possibility that artificial intelligence can take over the world and robotics will control humans. So we need to have regulations, we need to have guides, we need to have codes which will say that, or which will sort of describe criteria to see that artificial intelligence does not exceed certain bounds and get into the wrong areas, so that we as a human being, we as humans survive, sustain, using artificial intelligence for our development. See, another idea, I don't know if you've heard of Stephen Hawking, was a very great physicist, astrophysicist, and he was very worried not only about the environmental degradation taking place on the planet. He told that why are humans only sort of residing in this world? Why not we go out to the moon, go to Mars, sort of colonize those places and leave Earth as a kind of area where the species survive, where the animal species survive, where the plant species survive, and only we come here for a holiday, enjoy them, and go back, so that they are left to thrive. You must have heard of a book called Gaia. Gaia says the whole Earth is an organism. The moment you take out one species, you take out one kind of animal species, the whole Gaia thing suffers, So it leads to a kind of a degradation. It leads to a kind of, shrinking of the planet. So we need to take all these things into consideration. And as I said, artificial intelligence is the new thing. It is the cutting edge technology, and all our future generations need to get into this and to see that it leads us in the right direction and leads us into global development for the survival and of our species. And Mr. Rajkumar was also mentioning something about Homo Deus, and also sapiens. Here also, that Hariri, author, he says that the human development is in such a way that we need to address these issues, but he is very optimistic. He says the human creativity and the human brain will come into such a kind of a situation that we somehow overcome these issues or these critical factors which are facing us. So I hope the future generation, not only of our family, but the global family, will come together creatively and out-of-box thinking, sort of conquer these problems. And the fourth aspect which I'd like to point out is there is rampant materialism which is going on in the world. And because of this rampant materialism and consumerism, the Earth's resources are getting degraded, is going exhausted. With the result, the planet may not be able to support the human species as a whole. So that's why it requires us to sort of, go out into conquer more frontiers, the space frontiers like the moon and Mars, and sort of migrate there and leave the Earth to develop on its own and to survive and sustain. So these are the few aspects which I'd like to take, and I would like to say that this book, which has been released today, is a kind of inspiration. Started from generation one. Mr. Ramaswamy Mudaliar, who not only fought in the Boer War, World War I, and also subsequent generations, World War II, and their contribution to healthcare, to societal development, to charity. These are all sort of inspirational ideas for us and for future generations to sort of follow up and develop, and we evolve into a kind of a species which goes to a higher plane. And sort of when we when we evolve to a higher plane, maybe we'll see the face of God, and then we will know our purpose in life on this planet. And with these few words, I will just conclude my lecture, and with a few words of inspiration for Dr. Neela Govindaraj, who has brought out this book in the 90s, I would say youthful 90s, and which is a source of inspiration not only for us, but also, as Dr. Rajkumar said, it will strengthen our roots, make the tree stronger, make the leaves greener, and we all prosper on this earth. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful talk. As you said, there's another quote. Every generation adds another link to the chain that we all call history. David J. Force, unquote. Now, just before we conclude, so I'd like to say I've also organized conferences, maybe international, national, during my curriculum days, where I've worked as a browser, associate browser. So, I mean, I've sat with publishers late night till 1 o'clock. Of course, we had a team. I had my assistant browsers, I had others to work for me, to take directions from me. But here, again, hats off, again, there's no hat, to Atta, to just do all this at her young age. I mean, I just really can't believe it. That's why whenever she calls, even people, when they used to get upset again and again, Atta is asking this. I said, no, we have to give, sat down, wrote everything to her. And this was not in the agenda planned for her. So we are going to give her a small token of gift for the effort that he has put. I will call Haryana, Suryana, Sujay, and Rajkumar. Please come. We are just going to hand over a small bouquet and a gift for her on our behalf. So for the fantastic work that she has done, and it's a big inspiration for all of us. This was not planned by her. And again, great work by Shyam and Dr. Jayanti also, who has put in all the efforts. Please give them a hand.
Just one information. Queen Victoria had a darbar, coronation darbar at Delhi in 1867 and declared herself as the Empress of India. So the next empress was King George V, and with Queen Mary, they had come to Delhi, and on 12th December 1911, they had held a coronation and declared as Emperor and Empress of India. At that time, silver medals with their figures have been issued, and one of the medal was given to my father, Srinivas Madalya, for his public service to Erode town. And this medal, I would like to present it to my grandson, Shyam Sundar. With so much of work he has done, I really am very grateful to my grandson. தாத்தாவுடையது.
Actually, I'm very sorry, forgot to mention that after a long time we're seeing an NRI boy staying far away in Australia, working day and night along with his grandmother. You know, parents and grandparents are generally boring people, the kind of people whom the youngsters go and say whatever and walk away. So nice that he's actually put in so much of effort. I wish more and more of our youngsters in the generations to come follow what he has done. Congratulations again. I think see, as Professor Thanikachalam was just saying, that's not an ordinary medal, 1868, and it's still shining in silver, and it's made of real silver. That's why it's still shining. I had so many gold medals, and they're all become blacks. So this is real silver. Now we have a very, very distinguished person among us. She wanted to say a few words. Vasuki Kannappan aunty, ஒரு தமிழ் அறிஞர், தமிழ் கவிஞர், தமிழ் கலைஞர், குடும்பத்துக்கு வந்து ஒரு பெரிய பொக்கிஷம் அவங்க. ஆண்டி வந்து ஒரு few words பேசணும்னு சொன்னாங்க. Just requesting her to come and speak. And brothers at the back, we're all done in another few minutes. கொஞ்சம் நீங்க, if you can just stay focused here, it'll be nice. வாங்க ஆண்டி. ஆண்டி
காரணம் டாக்டர் நீலாதாட்சி அவர்களால் கவரப்பட்ட பெண் நான். நீங்கள் எல்லாம் தண்டலம் குடும்பத்தைச் சேர்ந்தவர்கள். அவர் ஜனவிகுலத்தையும் சேர்ந்தவர். அந்த வகையில் ஜனவிகுலத்தின் சார்பில் அவரை நான் பாராட்ட விரும்புகின்றேன். அதாவது உடலானாலும் சரி, உலகமானாலும் சரி, பஞ்சபூதங்களால் இயங்குகின்றது என்பதை அனைவருமே அறிவோம். இன்று பாருங்கள், 5 பேர் அமர்ந்திருக்கின்றார்கள். ஆகவே அது இறைவனருள் இங்கு பூரணமாக இருப்பதை நாம் உணர முடிகின்றது. இது ஒன்று. இரண்டாவது, அவருடைய 90 வயதில் தன்னுடைய பரம்பரையை நிலைநிறுத்த வேண்டும் என்று அவர் எடுத்துக்கொண்ட முயற்சியை கண்டு நான் வியந்து போனேன். எதற்கும் அசருவதில்லை, யாரிடம் கேட்பதற்கு அஞ்சுவதும் இல்லை. மிரட்டி உருட்டி விஷயங்களை வாங்கி அருமையான இந்த புத்தகத்தை படைத்திருக்கின்றார் என்றால், இது வருங்கால சந்ததிகளுக்கு இது ஒரு நம்ம பரம்பரையை பற்றி தெரிந்து கொள்வதற்கு ஒரு அருமையான புத்தகமாக அமைகின்றது. அதே நேரத்தில் இந்த நேரத்தில் அவர்களிடம் தாழ்மையான ஒன்று கேட்டுக்கொள்வது, அவருடைய பயோகிராஃபி, டாக்டர் நீலாதாட்சி அவருடைய பயோகிராஃபியும் நீங்கள் எழுத வேண்டும். உண்மையில் உங்களை பற்றி பூரணமாக பலருக்கும் தெரியவில்லை. இன்று இவர்கள் பேசியதிலிருந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் விமன் போலீஸ் சர்ஜன் இன் த வேர்ல்டு. இது இன்னைக்கு நான் இது மாதிரி எத்தனையோ பொக்கிஷங்கள் அவரை பற்றி தெரியாத நிலையில் இருக்கும் பொழுது அவரை அறிந்து கொள்வதற்காக இனி தொடர்ந்து உங்களுடைய பயோகிராஃபியை நீங்கள் எழுத வேண்டும் என்று கேட்டுக்கொள்கின்றேன். அவரை கூட நான் பரவாயில்ல அப்படின்னு நினைப்பேன். ஆனால் இந்த தலைமுறையில் ஒருவர் தன் பாட்டிக்கு ஒத்துழைத்து அனைத்துக்கும் வலதுகரமாக இருந்து பொறுமையுடன், ஏன்னா இவர் பேசுறதை கேட்டு புரிஞ்சு அவங்க வேலை நேரத்தில் அதை எழுதுறது, அதற்கான உதவிகளை செய்யக்கூடிய ஒரு இந்த வருங்கால சந்ததியாக இருக்கின்ற ஷாம், உண்மையில் ஹேட்ஸ் ஆஃப் டு யூ. இந்த ஜென்ரேஷன் எனக்கு என் பேர பிள்ளைங்களாம் இருக்காங்க, இல்லைன்னு சொல்லலை. ஆனால் இப்படி ஒரு பிள்ளையை நான் பார்த்ததில்லை. இன்று மட்டுமல்ல, ஜெயம் நல்லசாமி பிள்ளை அறக்கட்டளையின் போது நடந்த அந்த விசேஷத்திலையும் எனக்கு வலதுகரமாக இருந்து அனைத்தையும் செய்தார். நான் முதல்ல அவருக்கு பேரன் கூட எனக்கு தெரியாது, யாரோ உதவி செய்யறதுக்காக வச்சிருக்காங்கன்னு நினச்சிட்டு இருந்தேன். அப்புறம் பார்த்து பேரன்னு கேட்டவுடனே, ஆஹா, அப்போ அந்த உடம்புல அந்த ஜீன் ஓடுது, அதனால தான் அந்த ஈடுபாடு அந்த வகையில் செய்கின்றார். அந்த வகையில் அவர் மனதார முதலில் இதற்கு காரணமான இன்றைய ஹீரோயின் அவர்களுக்கு இந்த பொன்னாடை, அதாவது கோல்டன் லேடி, அதனால் இந்த கோல்டன் ஷாலை அணிவித்து மகிழ்கின்றேன். இரண்டாவதாக இன்று மிகச்சிறந்த முறையில் வளரும் இளம் தலைமுறைகளுக்கு ஒரு உதாரண பிள்ளையாக இருக்கும் திரு ஷாம் அவர்களை மேடைக்கு வருமாறு அன்போடு அழைக்கின்றேன்.
This is the long and short of it.
அடுத்தது ஜேஆர் நம்ம ராஜ்குமார். அவர் பேச்சை கேட்டப்பெல்லாம் நான் ரொம்ப ஆச்சரியப்பட்டேன். எப்படி இவ்வளவு புறநானூறு திருக்குறள் எல்லாத்தையும் கரைச்சி கொடுத்துருக்காரு, இவருக்கு எப்படி நேரம் கிடைச்சதுன்னு எனக்கு தெரியல. அவர் ஒரு டாக்டர், ஆனால் இந்த அளவுக்கு தமிழில் ஈடுபாடும் நமது சமுதாயத்தின் மேல் உள்ள ஈடுபாட்டையும் கண்டு நான் பெருமை கொள்கின்றேன். அவரை பார்த்து அடுத்த தலைமுறை கற்றுக்கொண்டு நமது தமிழையும் நமது சமுதாயத்தையும் இன சமுதாயத்தையும் உயர்த்த வேண்டும் என்று இந்த நல்ல தருணத்தில் உங்கள் அனைவரையும் கேட்டுக்கொள்கின்றேன். நான் இடைச்செருகளாக வந்ததற்கும் அதற்கு உதவியதற்கும் என் மனமார்ந்த நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொண்டேன். அதே மாதிரி டாக்டர் தணிகாச்சலம் அவர்கள், அவருக்கும் எனக்கும் ஒரு மருத்துவருங்கிற ஒரு தொடர்பு தான். அதாவது என் கணவர் ரிட்டையர்ட் பிரின்சிபல் ஆஃப் மெட்ராஸ் டென்டல் காலேஜ், அதனால் டாக்டர்ங்கிற முறையில் தெரியும். என்னுடைய கணவருக்கு ஒரு இதய பிரச்சனை வந்தப்போ அவர்கிட்ட போயிருக்கேன். ஆனால் அவர் எந்த அளவு இந்த சமுதாயத்தில் ஈடுபாடுடன் இறை என்பவர்களுக்கு ஒரு அருமையான பதிவை ஏற்படுத்தி கொடுத்தார். அனைத்து பெரிய மக்களின் கையெழுத்தை கொண்டு அருமையான ஒரு ஒரு இது வாழ்த்து மடல் செய்து அவருடைய வரவேற்புரையில் வைக்கும் அளவுக்கு செய்தார். அந்த முயற்சியை அவர் செய்ததால் தான் இறை என்பவர்கள் ஏற்றுக்கொண்டார். அந்த பெருமுயற்சியை மனதார பாராட்டி மகிழ்ந்தேன். அதே போல் நீதியரசர் ராஜேந்திரன் எங்களுக்கெல்லாம் ஒரு வலதுகரம். இந்த சென்னையை பொறுத்தளவில் அவரை கண்டு நாங்கள் எப்பொழுதுமே பெருமை கொள்கின்றோம். அதிக நேரம் எடுத்துக்கொள்ள விரும்பவில்லை. மீண்டும் மீண்டும் அனைவருக்கும் இந்த வாய்ப்பினை கொடுத்தமைக்கு நன்றி கூறி விடைபெறுகின்றேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Okay, we come to the end of the program. So now I'd like to call Selvan Shyam Sundar to propose the vote of thanks. He is the son of Dr. Jayanti Govindaraj and Thiru Shivakumar and grandson of Dr. Neela Govindaraj. So he's come all the way from Australia and he's the shortest here. I think definitely shorter than me also. So he's going to give the final vote of thanks.
All right, everyone. Thanks for coming. So first off, I'd like to thank Sridhar uncle for conducting this function. Did a really good job. So just a quick bouquet. Will last a day. So thank you. Second, someone who's worked in the background, printer slash publisher. Uncle, where are you? Come on, come up here. Vanga. Just a token of appreciation. Thank you, Babu uncle. So, thank you. So he's done a really good job. We were really pestering him till the last minute. In the change panna and the change panna, idu thappayiduchu. So today we actually only have 4 copies. In a last minute there was a stuff up. So first half of the book needed to be edited. So it's gone back to the binding area to replace those pages. So if you guys want to place your orders or put down your names, we'll have it delivered to your house. All right? But there are 4 copies floating around. Have a look at it. It's available. Yeah, that's that. Next, I'd like to thank everyone on stage here. Justice Rajendran, sir, thank you for coming today. Anna, Rajkumar Anna, thank you. And Dr. Thanikachalam, thank you, sir. It was very good description of our family, sir. Learned a lot today. And Ramu uncle, thank you so much. Ramu uncle's poem is actually included in the first half of the book. I really appreciate him giving us permission to put it in there. So he's really good with poems. Comes up with it at the spur of the moment. All right. Can you guys hear me clearly? Yeah? All right. Sort of improvising with this written speech my grandma gave me, so give me a second. All right, so I think I've covered pretty much everything here. Okay. All right. This process started roughly in 2016. Grandma was like, can you contact this person and get me some details? I'm like, oh my God, why do I have to contact them? I've never spoken to them in years. And then slowly we started gathering information. And then last 6 months, it all came together. It was a long and tedious process. So getting all that information in out. Some of the WhatsApp la varum, some of the email la varum, some of the message la varum. Sometimes it's written on a piece of paper like this. But then I really appreciate everyone who helped by, submitting information. Without your assistance, we couldn't have put this book together. So thank you so much for doing that. And I'd like to thank my uncle, Anand. He's not here. He's probably watching me online. Angya. Okay, he may be watching me, or he'll watch this recording at some point. He helped put together this hall and everything, and he's the man behind the background working. So thank you, and Amma for checking the book and all of that. Now, if you guys do find any mistakes, please let us know. We'll correct it in the next edition. I'm hoping to update it in maybe 10 years' time. Maybe we'll have more kids in the family by that time. So yeah, so any corrections irunda, let us know. We'll fix it up for you guys. Yeah, that's that. Now, the cost of the book is about 3,000. If you can afford it, I definitely recommend getting a copy for at least one per family. Please grab a copy. And yeah, give it to your kids, pass it on. So yeah, that's one thing. Now, myself, I work as a mechanical engineer, and recently last year I was a bit bored with work, so I decided to join the army part-time. Now, I learned a lot through that process, a lot about life. They took me to the lowest of low in life and then brought me back up. So any challenges you guys face in life, whether it is health, education, financial difficulty, whatever it is something you can overcome, right? And then please feel free to rely on support from your family members. Your friends, your family members, they're all there for your support. Okay, and this occasion, it's brought us all together. So just, refer that book and go, hey, I'm going to contact him and ask him for help. Feel free to ask for help. In the Gulf, everybody's in a different part of the world. You're all busy with your professions. I'm also very busy. But it's very important that we stay in touch with our family members. COVID time, I really missed out on all my relatives' weddings and birthday functions, ellame. And it's like, I was actually telling Amma, I'm not coming to India. But Vandana, it's such a good feeling to, see everybody, and it's really refreshing. It gives you that energy to keep going on and on and on again. So right now, I'm in a really good position in my life, and thanks to my grandma, I'm here. My grandma's been my mom and my dad, along with my mom. So I really thank her. And to all people here, family, friends, whoever's going to watch this, and people if they are in a financially difficult position, I would like to help them out. I'm putting this out there. And also, education is a big thing for me. That's something that I'm working on. It's something that I'll probably announce 5 years down the track. It's a long-term plan. I don't want to, I'll keep it a secret for now. but I'll get you all together at some point and I'll make an announcement. But for the time being, if anyone needs assistance with education, buying books, school fees, or college fees, just contact me. I'll help out within my capacity, whatever I can, I'll do. Okay? Yeah, retired people also. So, yeah. And I think அது போதும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். I'll leave you guys, go have lunch, enjoy. Right? Thank you.
One small, concluding remark. Our tall Shyam has made a very tall speech, which makes us all feel taller. And at such a age, he is getting into such charitable dispositions. Is an inspiration from that book, which he is carrying it on. So let us give him also a big hand.
Okay, thank you. I think we are ஒன்று சொல்ல வரேன். இதெல்லாம் வந்து நான் எழுதவே இல்லை. This is all written by Atta, sent by WhatsApp. I took a print out. அதுக்கப்புறம் இன்னொரு இது வந்து எங்கள் அப்பாவோட ஹேண்ட் ரைட்டிங் எக்ஸாக்டாக ஜெராக்ஸ் காப்பி. ஸோ இதை பார்க்கும்போது எனக்கு ஐ am remembering my father. So this handwriting is exactly like my father's. Okay, thank you for all of you joining us. So please join us for lunch.
Plucking mangoes from the neighboring hostel compound, if you remember. And she showed me what was work-life balance, how to laugh heartedly, no matter whatever it is. I think she carries that laughter till today. And doctor, thank you so much for being such a great inspiration. And at age 60 to do a law degree, that I said, wow, this is great. Thank you so much, doctor, for whatever you have done.